Hi everyone and welcome. In today's reading, we're asking, what do you need to let go of? So what is it time to release? What do we need to change in our lives to let something new come in? And since it's fall, and fall is kind of about releasing old things and letting them go, I've chosen some leaves that I've found to represent our groups today. So today we have 5 groups to choose from. This is group 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Go ahead and take a minute to tap into your inner guidance and then choose the leaf that you feel most drawn to. Click the corresponding timestamp in the description box below this video, and I look forward to seeing you in your reading. Hi group 1 and welcome. You guys chose this pretty red leaf right here. I wish I could tell you what type of leaf it is. I have 2 of these trees and I have no idea what they are. But if you know, please let me know. But anyway, today we are asking Spirit what it's time to let go of. What do you need to release? And then we're going to see what's going to come in once we release this to kind of give us some motivation to finally do it, and then pull some advice, because letting go of things is always easier said than done, unfortunately. But let's get started here. Spirit, what is it that group 1 needs to release? What does group 1 need to let go of? We have death. Okay. Spirit, what does group 1 need to let go of? What is it time? The Wheel of Fortune. Whatever this is big. Spirit, what does group 1 need to let go of? We have the 4 of Swords and the 6 of Coins, or the 6 of Pentacles. I feel like you're resisting a change of some sort. And Spirit's saying it's a positive change. Spirit, can we clarify each of these cards, please? Spirit, can you clarify the Death card, please? Please clarify the Death card. We have Temperance. Spirit, please clarify the Wheel of Fortune. We have the 4 of Cups. Yeah, definitely. Resisting a very positive change here. Spirit, can we clarify the 4 of Swords, please? The 3 of Wands reversed. Okay. Spirit, please clarify the 6 of Coins. The 9 of Cups. Okay, so it's honestly like, especially with the 4 of Swords and the 3 of Wands reversed here, and the 4 of Cups, it's like, and all of the cards, okay, I'm not going to list them all off, but basically it's like you are taking a break from your life. You're not really exploring new opportunities. You're just kind of taking it easy. I feel like, honestly, the word coming to mind is coasting, like you've been coasting for a while. And because it feels comfortable and balanced, and maybe it was that you had something really bad happen before, or your life was really kind of tumultuous before, or just rocky, and you didn't really have a lot of stability, and maybe you found kind of this temperance, this ease in your life, and it's comfortable. It's a comfortable ease. This might have to do with your career, or maybe just a relationship that's not like whatever you're going through, whatever it is you're doing, it's like you're comfortable there and you're afraid of change because it's comfortable. It's not bad. It's not rocky. And I feel like maybe in the past you had trouble finding maybe stability in your career or home life or your relationships, and you finally found something stable, but it's like it's not fulfilling. Where you're at and what you're doing right now, it's stable and comfortable, but it's not fulfilling. And there's like this deeper part of you that's wanting this huge change. You're wanting like a Wheel of Fortune moment and something to just like come in and change it for the better, because you are just kind of coasting. You're kind of just comfortable. But basically, it's like Spirit's saying that if you stay here, you're not actually going to get that change moment. Or if it's like a positive change you're really desperately wanting, you're going to end up with a tower moment, okay? That's going to kind of force you out of your comfort zone. And nobody wants that, okay? But there's some deeper part of your soul that's very, very unfulfilled right now. Okay? Like you're in a very balanced place, stable, but there is a fear of change happening. Even if you don't consciously know it, there's a huge part of you that wants something different. Okay, maybe you're in a relationship and you're not like feeling the spark anymore, or you're just in a career that's just kind of monotonous and it's not actually what you want to be doing with yourself every single day. Or you're stuck in a place and you want, like, maybe the example coming to mind is like you're living in a small town, but you want like big city buzz and excitement, okay? But you're afraid to make that change. Like that type of thing. You're just comfortable and want something else but don't want to change. And basically this is coming up because it's time to. It's time to stop resting. It's time to stop taking a break. Especially for those of you where this is a really deep desire and you're very well aware and you're very frustrated, okay? Because that frustration is going to build up inside of you and turn into a tower moment where everything crashes around you and forces you to change. And yeah, nobody actually wants that. So it's better to be proactive about our change and change what we need to change in our life. So let's move on to the next phase here. Spirit, once group 1 lets this go, what is coming in? What is coming in once they let go of this resistance to change? We have the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles lives a very comfortable life, you guys. So you just have more comfort coming in, more stability. She is comfortable and stable. We have the Seven of Wands. Victory. Victory is coming to mind. Spirit, what else? What is coming in once group 1 lets go of this resistance to change? The Hanged Man. Okay, so with the Queen of Pentacles here, so a fear of change typically comes from, a fear of things falling apart, a fear of things becoming uncomfortable. Like I said, I feel like some of you are afraid of going back to a time where your situation was less stable, less secure. The Queen of Pentacles is basically telling you, no, if you make that change, it's going to stay comfortable. You're going to stay stable. Because the Queen of Pentacles, she knows how to take care of everything. She lives a comfortable life. She's very stable, as I was saying. So this is Spirit's way of saying that, yeah, make the change you want that's going to be more fulfilling. You're going to maintain your comfortable lifestyle. It's not going to fall apart, okay? You're going to have the stability you're wanting despite making the change. But with the Seven of Pentacles here, it's kind of like there is a sense of fulfillment with the Seven of Pentacles because it's like you've overcome something, okay? It's like you're going to feel happier in yourself after making this change. Like, yes, I finally did it. And what I see is basically you're in a comfortable, stable place right now, but with the Seven of Pentacles here, it's like leveling up, though. There is a level of fulfillment and even pride in yourself. This or a sense of accomplishment on the next level, okay? So you're maintaining this stability, but you're bringing in, basically, you're just going to feel leveled up. I don't know another way to put that. I know I've already said that, but yeah, it's like you're maintaining your level of comfort, but leveling up internally on top of that, because you finally moved forward, okay? It's just like feeling that forward momentum. When we maintain that feeling of momentum, it pushes us further and further towards more and more fulfillment. And Spirit's saying here that, yeah, just start doing it. You're not gonna lose your stability, okay? You're not gonna fall backwards. It's okay to move forward. With the Hanged Man here, I'm also getting like a sense of this change you need to make. It's not actually major, okay? It's like this is part of a slow, steady progression, but what is going to happen once you finally release this fear of change, it's gonna like expand your mind. I'm being drawn to like the halo around his head here. Like it's going to just broaden your horizons and make you more aware of things that you want in your life, so you can start this process of becoming more and more fulfilled. So it's almost like you need to make this change just to open your eyes to see just how kind of almost boring your life has been. Okay, so it's like time to like expand your horizons, right? With this Three of Wands reversed here, you haven't been doing that. Like when you are actually open to expanding your life and your horizons, you start feeling more excited. You start feeling better about yourself. You just start feeling better about everything in life in general. And yeah, it's just a matter of, jolting yourself enough to make a change, even if it's slight, because basically Spirit's just reassuring you nothing's going to fall apart. You're just going to feel happier. You're going to feel more fulfilled. And it's just going to guide you towards finding more things that make you happy and more things that make you fulfilled. So let's end this off by getting some advice, some more specific practical advice on how to overcome this fear of change right here. Spirit, what advice do you have for group 1? What advice do we have for group 1 here? A gray cat just like jumped into my yard. I don't know if that has meaning for some of you, but whenever animals appear while I'm reading, I personally think it has some sort of meaning. I think gray cats are associated with mystery of some sort, so maybe that's just it. Your life could use some excitement and some mystery. Spirit, let's get some advice. Why are we being so picky here, Spirit? Let's get some advice for group 1. There we go. You have options, okay? That's basically, took forever to get that card, but that's basically just reiterating everything I've been saying, okay? You're not stuck. There's no reason to stay feeling like you're stuck, or you have to stay in a place or stay with some sort of person. You have options. You have lots of different directions you can go, and it's basically just time to start exploring, even if it's just mental exploring. Like, consider the idea even. Spirit, why are you being so picky about the advice for group 1 here? Smile, okay. So this is like, life is supposed to be exciting, okay? You incarnated here to basically enjoy your life. You didn't incarnate here to suffer. You didn't incarnate here to kind of coast through life, okay? Like I was saying, the cat that just jumped into my yard made me think mystery, okay? You need excitement. You need like to kind of go out and explore the unknown here. Like, you're gonna stay stable. There's nothing to fear. Just go explore. Go have fun. Go enjoy your life. But I think that's Spirit's main message for you here, group 1. Anyway, group 1, I hope this was helpful in some way. I hope this resonated. If it did, please give this video a thumbs up. I'd love to know in the comments below. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I look forward to seeing you in another reading. Bye! Hi group 2 and welcome. You guys chose this little brownish yellow leaf here. Today we're asking Spirit what you need to let go of. What is it time to release? So this is also a good full moon reading. If you ever want to come back to this video, it is timeless, and choose any group you're drawn to at that time. But yeah, so we're looking at what you need to release, some advice from Spirit on how to release it, because it's always easier said than done. And we're also going to take a look at what's going to come in once we release this, to maybe get you a little more motivation for this releasing process, because sometimes it's difficult. Okay, Spirit. Group 2. What is it Group 2 needs to let go of? What does Group 2 need to release? We have the Lovers. Spirit, what does Group 2 need to release? We have the King of Wands and the Two of Swords. Okay, so it's definitely about another person here. This could be a romantic relationship with the Lovers, especially with the King of Wands, but let's get some more clarification from Spirit here, please. Spirit, can we clarify the Lovers card, please? We have the Nine of Swords. Spirit, please clarify the King of Wands. We have Judgment. And Spirit, please clarify the Two of Swords. We have the Ace of Swords reversed. Okay, so this is about another person. That this could be a romantic relationship that ended, but I'm feeling this could also be a friend, or even like, honestly, there's no pentacles here, but I'm getting this could be like a job or something, or a project you were like fired from or laid off from, especially with the Ace of Swords here. I'm getting there is a decision that you disagree with, the Ace of Swords to clarify the Two of Swords, and it's like a decision that you didn't want, and like someone else made it, and you don't really, there's conflict about it. It's not something you want, okay? With the Nine of Swords here, it's like with this person, whatever has happened here, especially in regards to this decision, it's causing you a lot of mental anguish, probably disrupting your sleep, or anxiety or something like that. The Nine of Swords is, to be honest, I hate this card when I'm feeling this energy, so I really feel for you, Group 2. Whatever's happened here, it obviously hurts a lot, and you're struggling with it. I feel like because this Nine of Swords energy is happening, you're already wanting to let it go. You know you need to let this go because it's causing you pain. But it's difficult for some reason. And again, with the Judgment card here, I'm getting that this person made some sort of decision you don't want. Maybe this person broke up with you and you're still in love with them. But again, this could be like maybe a job you were let go of, or just something like that. There's some sort of conflict here. You don't agree with the outcome. You don't want the outcome. There is a level to which some of you are looking back and you want to like go back and fix it. I'm not getting that for all of you though. It's just like, it's almost like this, the pain of it you haven't fully let go of yet. And that's the problem. It's like this pain needs to be healed. So yeah. This King of Wands, though, this is like a confident authority figure, or, this could be someone that you were sexually involved with as well. But yeah, I'm being drawn to just some of the imagery around him. I don't know if this relates. This person might drink a lot, or be a little gluttonous, or even lazy for some of you. But that's only going to relate to some people, but that doesn't matter, because I feel like if you're feeling this much mental anguish about it, you know exactly who I'm talking about and exactly what this decision is. So, let's see. Obviously, I do feel like most of you are wanting to let this go, or at least heal from that. So we'll get some advice at the end of the reading here, but first I want to look at what is going to come in once you release this. What's coming in for you? Because sometimes that, I don't know, it helps us heal a little more, or helps us release things more easily if we can see what's coming at the other end of it. Okay, 1 second here. Let me catch my breath. Okay, Spirit, when group 2 is able to release this energy, what is coming in once they let it go? We have the 4 of Cups. Spirit, what is coming in? We have the Ace of Wands. Spirit, what is coming in for group 2? The 7 of Swords. The 5 of Wands. Okay, so on the surface, this doesn't actually look amazing, Spirit. What are you trying to say here? Don't scare me in my group 2s, please. Okay, so honestly, the phrase I'm getting is like, stand your ground. Like, you're going to become a stronger person from this. You're going to have a renewed sense of confidence, a renewed sense of passion. Right now, I feel like whatever happened here, it really took it, like your confidence and your self-worth even took a really big hit from whatever happened here. And maybe that's why you're having so much trouble moving on, so much trouble healing. And like I said, some of you are looking back and you want to like go back and try to compromise with this person to change the decision. And your confidence has been like, for some of you, it's been totally shattered. You are feeling really, really hurt by whatever happened, and it's making you question your self-worth. Like, if this person broke up with you, maybe some of you are questioning whether or not, you know, you're good enough for a relationship and all this other kind of bullshit. Or if you were like fired from a job, you're questioning like how could this happen? And you're just like questioning your skills and even just your humanity. I feel like a lot of you, there's so much like just doubting yourself. But okay, it's like once you come out on the other side of this, it's like there was always kind of a little bit of, you always kind of had a little bit of a self-worth problem and a little bit of a confidence problem. Like, you've always had some sort of underactive solar plexus chakra, if I'm going to put it in chakra terms. But like, it's almost like this came in, this situation, this person, this decision you don't like, or whatever this is, it's like it came in to almost shock you into realizing your own self-worth and figuring out who exactly you are, and to be able to stand on your own 2 feet, stand very strong in your own power and your own light. It's like almost a dark night of the soul that's supposed to like force you into recognizing who you actually are and stand your ground. That's why that's the first phrase that came up. It's like you had trouble doing this before, but it's like once you hit the rock bottom of your self-confidence, it's like there's nowhere to go but up. It's like at the bottom of this pit, I just feel like this is an endless pit of anxiety and what's the word? Like just torment, mental torment. Like once you hit the bottom of that pit, like an epiphany, like I'm seeing an epiphany with this Judgment card, like you're gonna hit that and suddenly realize, no, this person was wrong, this person was projecting on me, you know, this person was using me. I let all this stuff happen because I didn't have my own confidence. It's like, because you didn't have the self-confidence before, you were letting people walk all over you or letting people lie to you, and you were putting yourself in situations where people could use and manipulate you. And the more people would maybe take advantage of you or hurt you in this way, the more it hit your confidence. But it was like a self-fulfilling prophecy because you didn't have a strong level of self-worth and confidence before. So it's almost like your higher self created this experience because your soul wants to grow, and your soul doesn't want you to feel like a dimmed light. Your soul wants you to completely and totally love yourself, completely and totally respect yourself, celebrate who you are, and live in total confidence and harmony and never question yourself, because I feel like there was a lot of that going on before, and this situation is supposed to help you realize that. And obviously, since you are in this place right now, you're not feeling that, but it's like what you need to release is other people's thoughts of you, like this person's thoughts of you and other people throughout your life. It's like you're taking on their negative view of you, even though it's not true, okay? This happened so you could learn to stand in your own truth, stand in your own power, because you're letting other people's opinions of you, other people's negativity affect how you think about yourself, okay? You're just basically believing lies about yourself. And this is happening so you'll actually have this epiphany moment. It'll click for you. Wait, no. Just because that person thinks I didn't do something doesn't mean that's true, okay? You know your truth. This is forcing you to say, fight for yourself. Not necessarily with this person. We'll get into the advice later. But this is forcing you to learn how to stand up for yourself, and especially just inside your own head. I feel like you always very frequently let other people's opinions of you, and especially negative opinions of you, get you down. Like you believe it. It's almost like when you hear something negative about yourself, you are believing that, okay? It's like if someone says something positive about you, you doubt it. But if someone says something negative about you, you believe it for some reason, okay? It's like you're filtering out anything positive and believing more than negative. You're putting more weight on this negative stuff, and it's not true. That's just a matter of your self-worth hasn't been up to par. That's what your guides want to tell you. You have this clouded view of yourself because for some reason you don't feel like you're good enough, and your guides, your higher self, everyone involved here wants you to learn how to love yourself and see your own worth. So this is the situation is meant to force you to create this bubble, this confidence. I don't know another word for it. It's just your power, your confidence, your self-worth. It's supposed to realign you to finally realize that people that treat you like this, they are wrong. They are wrong, and there's a lot of good in you. And yeah, I know that you're in a dark place right now, and it's so hard to see that, but it's that's the whole point of a dark night of a soul, right? It eventually forces this epiphany. You eventually will see it. You will see this light. And I know some of you are starting to. It's just hard to believe something positive about yourself. And you're just questioning yourself so much. But keep questioning it. Follow it. But it's follow that path, and it's going to lead you to this epiphany where you finally realize and stand up for yourself, and you finally say, no, I'm not taking that anymore. No, that person was wrong. That person is projecting on me. That person was using me. That person wants me to feel bad about myself so they feel better about themselves. And that's all there is to it. It's your higher self especially. It's you've become disconnected from your higher self and soul, who has this beautiful, wonderful opinion of you. And you've disconnected from them by not matching this positive opinion of yourself, and your higher self wants to bring you up to match that. And in order to do that, it's there had to be this situation that brought you down to this place where you're totally questioning yourself and your confidence, okay? So I don't know, I hope that makes sense, but you're gonna make it through this, and you're gonna get to this point where your light shines and you stand up for yourself and you know exactly who you are, and no one's ever gonna tear you down again. Okay, all of that easier said than done, so let's pull some advice cards from Spirit here to get you something more practical other than, deal with your emotions, because that's not very strong advice. So, Spirit, what advice do we have for Group 2? What advice do we have for Group 2? Energize. Okay, maybe some of you are isolating or getting really depressed about this situation, and that's actually just making the problem worse. It's creating some sort of, negative spiral where you just have less and less energy, and it makes you feel more and more hopeless. But it's like, you need to re-energize yourself by maybe, I'm hearing eating healthier foods, maybe more pranic foods. If you know what that means, it means more closer to nature, like raw fruits and vegetables. That really helps your spiritual energetic body. They're also just going outside, moving more, that type of thing, right? Because I feel like a lot of you are feeling really frozen right now because of what happened, and this decision is making you even question your direction in life. And so when we're questioning our direction, it tends to just freeze up our body physically even. So we start doing less. But if we start moving more, getting some more positive energy flow throughout our body, it does help us, see more clearly, think more clearly, clear up some of these painful emotions. So just getting more energy in general, especially spiritual energy, which is why I suggested, high pranic foods. You can look up what that means. But yeah, or just practices that get body energy flowing throughout your body, like yoga. Yoga is wonderful. Okay, Spirit, what other advice do we have for Group 2 right now in letting this go? Focus on yourself. Okay, yes. Because this person is what you need to let go of. Okay, whatever happened here was really painful. It obviously made you question your confidence. But it's I don't want to say the word forgive. It's just try to ease up your thoughts about this person and focus more on yourself and your immediate needs. Always easier said than done, but it's when you have these tormented thoughts coming from this person and this situation, it's just take a deep breath and try to say positive affirmations about yourself, okay? We just need to focus on the positive aspects of you. And I know some of you are so deep down and dark in this, it's hard to find positive aspects about yourself, but they are there, and your higher self and guides are going to help you and help ease you through this and see all of your worth and value on this process. Okay, Spirit, let's get a little more advice for Group 2 here. Some more advice, please. Spirit's really picky about your guys' advice here. Okay. Right. Okay, so one, I'm hearing write down positive affirmations about yourself, okay? This is all about rebuilding your confidence and seeing the good in you. So, honestly, if you just, get a pen and a paper and start writing everything, even if you can only think of one thing, all day. If you can only think of one thing all day, write it down, okay? Start training your brain to see the positive aspects of yourself, because they are there, and your guides are going to start showing them to you. You just have to open up your mind to it. And some of this with this 9 of Swords is spinning thoughts going around in circles. You keep having the same negative, anxious, fearful, low self-esteem thoughts just over and over again in your head. So sometimes it's good to just get them out. If you don't have a person to talk to about this right now, if you write it out, it helps release it from your mind so it doesn't keep appearing over and over as much. It's like the thought keeps coming up because it needs to be released. You need to let it out. So sometimes speaking about it with another person or writing it down helps to release these just like repeating thoughts over and over and over that spiral out. So we want to write to release these negative thoughts and also write down the positive things about yourself and refer to it every day. Keep adding to it every day. And that is Spirit's advice for starting this process and letting this energy go so you can finally see your beautiful, beautiful worth. Okay, group 2, I'm going to end your reading here. I hope this was helpful. If this resonated, please give this video a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments below if this was helpful. I hope it was. I really wish the best for you because I know that a lot of you are in a very dark place right now. But yeah, so if you're interested in seeing more of my videos, please subscribe to my channel, and I do look forward to seeing you in another reading. Bye! Hi group 3 and welcome. You guys chose this little red ivy leaf here. Oop, fell apart a little bit. Today we're asking Spirit, what do you need to let go of? What is it time to release? So we're going to try and figure out what that energy is and then get some advice from Spirit and also look at what's coming in once you release this to kind of give you some hope and motivation, because the releasing process can often be difficult, unfortunately. Okay, Spirit, what does group 3 need to release? What does group 3 need to let go of here? What is group 3? We have the Hanged Man. We have the Ace of Cups. Spirit, what does group 3 need to release right now? We have the Queen of Wands. I'm just feeling like emotional resistance right now. I don't know exactly, like something to do with your creativity, like resisting it. Spirit, can we clarify, please? Can you please clarify the Hanged Man? Please clarify the Hanged Man. We have the Magician. Spirit, please clarify the Ace of Cups. The Hermit. Spirit, please clarify the Queen of Wands. The Sun. Okay, so yeah. This is like a resistance to self-expression, like a fear of expressing yourself. Like, it might be related to maybe you're just like afraid to open up to others, you're afraid to express your emotions, or you're afraid to share your creative gifts. You're blocking out your personality in some way, and you just like you wear a mask around different people, or you have some talents and skills, or you have lots of talents and skills like this Queen of Wands here, and that's who you are, but you're like blocking it out, not wanting to share it with other people. Maybe it's a fear of being judged negatively, or you're just like don't have the self-confidence to like actually express this, right? This Ace of Cups is like all of your creative potential or your emotional expression. And with the Hermit here, it's like you're keeping it to yourself, okay? It's like this Queen of Wands is who you are. You are creative and beautiful and have a lot of skills and a lot going on for you. You're a passionate person, but you're not sharing that with the people around you. You're not sharing that with the world. You're not, you're just like kind of not shining your light here. I feel like you could even possibly be a fire sign or a water sign, especially with these two cards up here, which means that you are a very passionate, expressive person, but you're like blocking it in, you're closing it in. You're not like, for a lot of you, you have a lot of talents and gifts, like in the creative arenas, like you're musical or you're artistic in some way, or you have a passion to build something and you're not actually acting on it. Okay, you're just like, it's almost like you've just given up on that. You're hiding it from the world. You're not actually like manifesting it like I feel like your higher self wants to do. So I feel like this is saying what you need to let go of is this block. Like, stop holding yourself back. Stop like holding back your emotions and feelings from people. Stop holding back your creative expression. This is like, let go of the fear of that and start expressing yourself. So yeah, this is almost, it's like let go of the fear, but it's also bring out something new. We need to bring out who you are, show who you are, start sharing who you are with the world, because you have a unique gift or talent that like needs to be released. There's a reason you were born with your unique gifts and talents, with your passions, with your creative spirit. You weren't born with your gifts to keep them to yourself and like bottle them up. Okay, it's just like, share yourself, like share who you are with the world, because you're beautiful. What you have to offer is beautiful. You have a full cup, like share it with people. Okay, yeah, that seems really straightforward to me actually, but you know, getting over a fear, I can just say, yeah, we'll just get over your fear. But it doesn't work that way. It's always easier said than done. We'll pull some advice from Spirit in a minute here, but first I want to, let's ask, what's going to come in? Like, how is your life going to be different once you actually let go of this fear and start sharing your creative gifts? Spirit, what is coming in for group 3 once they are able to release this fear and get past it? 10 of Wands. Well, don't scare my group 3's, Spirit. What else? What is coming in, Spirit? We have the 4 of Pentacles. What is coming in for group 3 when they release this fear? We have the Queen of Swords. Okay. Spirit, one more card, please. What is coming in for my group 3s? We have the 9 of Cups. Okay, let's actually start with this 9 of Cups here. This 9 of Cups is alignment with yourself. This is alignment with your purpose, feeling like content and connected with who you are. This is like, yeah, it's security in yourself. It's fulfillment in what you're doing. It's alignment with who you are. It's alignment with your higher self. That's exactly what we want to reach here. By blocking out your creative gifts or bottling up your emotions and your expressions and who you are, you're just like, you're not actually allowing yourself to line up with this energy, with your actual self, with your soul, your higher self, your inner being, whatever you want to call it. You are not lining up with this, and it's like, it's just time to, okay? You're bright, you are beautiful, you are talented, and like, why even hold that in? Like, I'm sorry, I'm just like, that's like kind of the attitude your guides are giving me right now, is like, why are you even holding this in? This doesn't make sense, because you're amazing, you're wonderful. Like, if you're afraid of criticism, it's like, for every one criticism you get 1,000 people that love it. It's almost like a flabbergasted energy from your guides. Like, why are you holding this in? Why are you holding yourself in? Why are you holding yourself back? Like, just go, explore, be expressive, be amazing, be creative. And yeah, I don't know what your fear is holding you back exactly. We'll explore that more when we get to the advice, but let's talk a little more about what's coming in. So with this Queen of Swords here, this is like, the Queen of Swords is like tough. Okay, she's like fucking, she doesn't care about other people's opinions. She's like, she's not afraid, okay? She's like conquered her fears. She's just like balanced and rational. She knows exactly who she is. She's not afraid of it. She's just someone that's conquered her fear. She's comfortable in who she is. And yeah, that's what it's about. It's like no more being fearful. And I feel like this fear you have, like stepping out of it might right now feel like this really, really big, scary step, just because what am I trying to say? It's like in your mind, you're making what you're fearing bigger than it actually is. And it feels like once you actually face this fear and you get past it, it's going to seem like laughably small. Like whatever you're afraid of that's holding you back from expressing yourself is just like, once you get past it, you're it's like you're going to be laughing at yourself, because it's like, wow, I can't believe I let that hold me back for so long. So it's like right now, the fear inside of your mind it's just blown out of proportion, and you're just letting this tiny little thing hold your big, expansive, colorful, beautiful self back, and it just doesn't make sense. I'm like I said, your guides are flabbergasted that you're even letting this fear hold you back. So with the Ten of Wands here, this card is typically like being overburdened and stressed and taking on too much work. But honestly, what I'm seeing is like, this is more like willingness to take on so much, like more than you thought you could handle. This is like it's like right now, it's like you're underestimating yourself. Like you're underestimating your potential, and maybe that's why you feel like you feel like there's no point in expressing yourself, because you think what you have to offer is not big or not valuable for some reason. But this is like them saying, no, once you step past this fear and start expressing yourself the way you should, it's like finally like willingly realizing like how much it is you have to offer. And there's like realizing you actually have so much to offer, you don't know like how to keep up with it. If I'm making sense, I hope that's like translating right. It's like, yeah, you're just underestimating yourself right now, and actually you think what you have to offer is this tiny little thing, but actually it's like so much. It's like you can't even handle it all at once. Like, let me try to give you an example. Like, say you're a musician and you've written a song, and this fear is that you're afraid to release this song because whatever reason, you're afraid of people's reactions to it, and you don't think it's good enough, and you're just like whatever, I can't release this because of this fear. But it's like they're saying, like, once you step past that fear and actually release the song, it's gonna like open the floodgates, okay? Like that's gonna like connect you with other musicians, and people are gonna like realize your talent, and you're gonna end up with like a ton of people wanting to like collaborate with you on future music projects, like to an overwhelming degree, because you are actually that much better than you think you are. So it's like once you step past that fear, it's like, wow, I'm actually amazing, and like overwhelmed with your own potential. Anyway, I hope that's making sense. Sometimes these channelings from your spirit guides, they just get so intense. I can't logically follow what I'm saying. So yeah, I hope that's making sense, like that, if I'm translating the energy correctly. With the Four of Pentacles here, this is like stability and security. Like, I feel like for some of you, your creative gifts have the potential to like create financial stability for yourself in a way that's fulfilling and get you out of a rut, get you out of like a job or a career that you're unfulfilled in, okay? Like some of you have actually that much potential that you can build something with your talents to create something to support yourself and your loved ones. Like, yeah, this is honestly amazing what's coming in if you can get over what your spirit guides are calling a tiny little fear. Like, stop blowing it out of proportion. You're going to be like aligned with yourself. You're going to be strong, secure, not really caring about negative opinions, like totally over this fear. Like, some of you have the potential for total financial stability and security, and you know, you're really going to see like what your actual value is here, how much you actually have to offer the world, because you are underestimating it right now. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. I can't get over this fact that your guides are basically laughing at, like, I don't know, they just want you to get over this, because this fear holding you back is just so small from their perspective, even though it seems big in your head. But let's get some advice from them to see how more practical advice on overcoming this fear and letting it go. Spirit, what advice do you have for group 3 here? What advice do we have for group 3? We have laugh. Okay, that's exactly like the energy I've been trying to convey to you. They just they find it funny, like how much you are blowing this out of proportion. It's just almost look at it objectively, start embracing this Queen of Swords energy, and look at this logically. Try to take your emotional fear out of the equation, and just look objectively, and you'll probably see it from their perspective too, that you are blowing this fear out of proportion. Continue. It's just keep going. Don't using the song example. It's okay, you wrote this song, but you're about to release it, and then this fear holds you back from doing it. It's just no, just do it anyway. Just try it. It's like they're saying, just what is actually the worst that's going to happen by putting yourself out there? Really, what is actually the worst that's going to happen? That kind of thing. Ask yourself that kind of thing. Spirit, one more piece of advice for group 3 here. One more piece of advice, please. Okay, guess we're getting 2 more pieces of advice. Fly and solitude. Actually, I don't really feel like this fly was supposed to be here. If this is a special message that resonates for some of you, then by all means take it, but I'm not feeling it from them. So, solitude. I feel like this is just a call to connect to yourself and your inner wisdom. This fear is overblown in your head because you're thinking too much about other people. Okay, so this is just connect with yourself. Be solid in who you are. If you just care more about what you're doing and what you're releasing and what you're trying to express, instead of how other people are going to perceive it or how other people are going to react to it, don't do that. Don't focus on how other people are going to react or perceive it. Just focus on what it is that you want to express and express it. Just connect with yourself, and that's all that matters in your own creative pursuits, because it is your individual creative expression. That's what matters here, not other people's opinions. Okay, group 3, I hope this made sense. I hope this resonated with you. If it did, please give this video a thumbs up. I'd like to know what's going on in the comments below. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I look forward to seeing you in another reading. Bye! Hi, group 4, and welcome. Today we're asking Spirit, what do you need to let go of? What is it time for you to release? We're going to be also pulling some advice from Spirit to see, some actual practical steps on how to let go of this energy, and also look at what energy is going to come in once you let go of this, to give you hope and motivation to get you through the releasing part of the cycle. So Spirit, group 4. What is it that group 4 needs to release? We have the 5 of Wands. Spirit, what does group 4 need to release? What does group 4 need to let go of? The Ace of Wands. Spirit, what does group 4 need to release? The Moon. Okay, to be honest with you, group 4, I don't know how you guys are gonna like this, but this feels like anger. This feels like you have anger you need to release. But let me clarify. Spirit, can you please clarify the 5 of Wands? Please clarify the 5 of Wands for us. The High Priestess. Spirit, please clarify the Ace of Wands for us. We have the 5 of Cups. Yeah, guys, Spirit, please clarify the Moon. We have the Chariot and the 10 of Wands reversed. Okay, you guys, I really don't know how you guys are going to handle this message, but I'm just going to convey it how Spirit's telling it to me. Okay, so what I'm getting is that you're angry. If you're not like consciously aware of this anger, you have some anger trapped somewhere in your body that is affecting you. So it might be manifesting as a pain somewhere, like headaches or chest pain or lower back pain, something like that. If you're not like consciously aware of what you're angry about, like it is subconsciously manifesting as tension and pain in your body somewhere, like a trapped emotion within your energetic body. And I am getting that for a lot of you, that this is probably a trapped emotion, especially with the Moon here, and that we have the High Priestess clarifying our 5 of Wands, our conflict. So I am thinking most of you, like, you're not actually aware that you have a trapped emotion inside of you, that you have this anger inside of you. Although I'm sure some of you actually are aware, this could be in relation to a recent conflict or situation that you need to release. But regardless, if it is a conscious anger that you are aware of, or an unconscious anger that's manifesting as physical pain or some other type of turmoil subconsciously, that basically this group, you have anger that you need to let go of. Okay, and this anger is masking something else, okay? So it's like this Ace of Wands, all of this, like this log on fire, if you can see this card right here, okay? This is what I'm feeling as like your anger right here. But what this anger is it's actually like a secondary emotion that's covering up something deeper, okay? So it's covering a deep sadness, a deep despair, and it's like you don't want to face this sadness and this despair, this loss. And so it's like your mind is choosing to process this pain and loss and depression as anger instead. And okay, so with the 5 of Wands here, it's like the root of this is a conflict with somebody, a conflict with another person. And if that resonates, I'm sure that you know exactly who I'm talking about. Like this group is split because I feel like you were all drawn to this pile because you have the same root anger, but you have like different causes for the anger. So separating that out is being a little difficult for me. Especially because some of you, this is a conscious anger, and for others of you, this is an unconscious anger that's manifesting. And another thing that I need to mention is like that there's a conflict with someone else, that like this anger is at another person. But like with the 10 of Wands reversed here, it's like even though this anger came because of another person, or rather what this anger is manifesting, this deep despair and pain. Some of you, with this Ten of Wands reversed here, you have actually turned that anger towards them back in on yourself. And I feel like those of you that have done that, that's where it's really, really subconsciously buried here. And it's manifesting as maybe chronic pain for some of you. And yeah, so it's like, honestly, this could like stem back to childhood. Like you're angry at one of your parents or something, or angry at something that happened a really long time ago, or you had some sort of traumatic experience and you have a lot of anger towards that person and what they did to you. It's caused a deep, deep hole in your heart, and it's being covered by anger, and then that anger is getting buried. It's like very, very convoluted here. But like, yeah, this anger is being actually turned back in on yourself instead of, because it never found an expression outside of you, like where the anger was actually directed. So it's like someone you had a conflict with or hurt you in some way a long time ago, and it caused a really deep wound. Again, take it as it resonates. Like for some of you, I do know this is like a recent anger or recent conflict, but I need to take a little more time to explain the more complicated situation here, okay? Because some of you did have a conflict or a trauma or a problem with someone a long time ago, and it caused this deep wound. And instead of like expressing it or dealing with it back then, like expressing your anger at this person who hurt you, and that this anger came out of the fact that you were deeply, deeply wounded. Instead of like expressing that, it just got buried inside you. And that's why this Ten of Wands is reversed. The anger didn't find an expression outside, so it just turned around and it just started hurting you from the inside. And so I feel like some of you might have some like actual chronic pains from this. And okay, obviously I'm not like a doctor or anything, so like seek medical advice on top of this. This is just spiritual advice. It's meant as a supplement to proper medical care, obviously, but you know, I have to make that disclaimer. But on the spiritual side of things, when we have a trapped emotion or a chronic emotion that's caused a chronic pain, one of the best things you can do for it to release the emotion is like meditate on where the pain is. Okay, if you have a pain, you maybe have ways you typically deal with it or try to manage it, but like spiritually, to unblock the emotion, like the best thing to do is actually go inside the pain, meditate on where it's coming from, and just feel it, feel it, feel it. And in that process, as we dive into where the pain is in our mind through meditation, that's where you're going to find this motion. First, this anger, and then the deeper emotion underneath it, this wound, this pain, this depression, this sadness. And yeah, I'm sure you can see the cards if you need to. But yeah, it's anger, and it's anger covering a wound. For everyone who chose this group, that's what this is about. But I mean, there's two cards to represent like the subconscious and deeper knowing here. We have the Moon and the High Priestess. This is buried for most of you. This is a subconsciously buried emotion, and it's time to go inside and finally let it out. And everyone in this group has a different level to which they're aware of this. Some of you are just like actually physically feeling angry, and you know exactly what it is. For others of you, it's so deeply subconsciously buried. It's going to take a lot of work to find it. But especially if it's manifesting as chronic pain, it's difficult to find and deal with this. But this is Spirit's way of calling you to finally release this, finally let it out, okay? Or at least start the process of doing it if it's very deeply buried for you. But, okay, so yeah, it's anger. Now I'd like to pull some cards to see what energy is going to come in once you're able to release all of this pain inside of you, this anger and this sadness. Spirit, what is going to come in for a group 4 when they are able to release this, when they're able to let this go? We have the Page of Swords. Spirit, what is going to come in we have the Five of Wands again. Spirit, what's going to come in once this is released? What's going to come in once this is released? The Six of Swords. And Spirit, one more card for my group fours, please. Please, one more card, Spirit. Just one more. Okay, here we go. Seven of Swords. Okay, so like I said, for those of you where this is really, really buried, this is going to be a process, and this is going to be a painful process, and it might take some time for some of you, especially if this is related to an event that happened a really long time ago, this conflict and this wound. Especially if it happened a long time ago and you're one of those people that turned it inwards and turned it onto yourself. Like this is going to take time, because this is like a chronic pattern of being angry at yourself and punishing yourself over a conflict or a pain that someone else inflicted. So this is like a long, long process of healing this. But yeah, the root of it is just an anger at someone else. But what I'm seeing emerging here, like this is kind of what's emerging in the process of releasing this emotion, okay? I'm seeing finally learning to speak your truth, to use a very generic phrase, okay? It's finally learning to say, like, stand here and say, okay, this happened to me, but obviously I am strong as fuck now because I have dealt with all of this. It's like finally being honest with yourself about what happened and the emotions you're experiencing. This might have led to a pattern of suppressing all of your emotions for a long time for some of you. And this is like, these two things are just like finally like, okay, I'm finally saying these emotions, I'm finally saying these things in my head, I'm finally letting this anger out, and it's just like it's a really good release. Like I feel like, honestly, this Five of Wands card is giving me like freedom. I know that's not what this card normally means, but it's just like I feel as this anger is released from you, it's just like, it's like liberating, you know? Like just imagine just like being like consciously angry at someone, like someone did something to piss you off, and you go like let out all that anger on a punching bag, and then you just feel free and released after it. So like if this has been a chronic pattern of turning anger inwards on yourself, the level of freedom and like release you're going to feel after that is like amazing. Like honestly, like flying is the feeling I'm getting. Like you're going to feel so light, so light once you're able to release this. And then we have the Six of Swords and the Seven of Swords here. This is like finally moving forward. Okay, some of this trapped anger, especially if it's been turned inward on yourself, is like holding you back. Even if it's like recent anger, that it's like conscious anger, that you know what your conflict is and who you're angry at, and you're feeling the anger right now. It's like once you're able to release this anger, it's like you can finally move forward. Okay, this is like, the Seven of Swords is normally associated with like sneakiness and backstabbing and like, you know, sneaking away with people's stuff. But in this case, it's like strategic. It's like taking your power back, okay? Because swords do represent power, like as traditional symbolism. It's like, okay, I can finally move forward. I'm finally getting forward momentum. I'm not going to be stuck here anymore. I'm not going to be stuck here in pain. I'm not going to be stuck here angry at this person. I'm not going to be stuck here punishing myself anymore. I'm finally moving forward. Like the Six of Swords is all about movement. We're moving on. We're moving forward. And you're finally not going to be stuck anymore. And you're finally going to be like, okay, this person that caused this anger and wound in me can't control me anymore. And it's like, okay, I'm taking all these swords back. I'm taking this power back. And yeah, so this is like freedom. This is like a new lease on life. That's not really what I mean. This is like just finally freedom to be yourself and freedom to own your own power and be like, and just move forward. I feel like this anger is causing you to be stuck, and it might be manifesting in ways where you feel stuck in an environment or stuck in a job. Once you finally feel this freedom again, you're not going to feel stuck, and you're going to feel so empowered to actually like move on and take control of your life and stop feeling stuck. Okay. That being said, let's pull some advice from Spirit. But like I said, for a lot of you, this is a process. I'm sorry guys, I'm pausing because I'm getting hiccups here. This is like, I feel like maybe some of you might have some sort of chest problems or breathing problems. Like anger definitely blocks your heart chakra a lot, okay? Like, but like it's, for a lot of you, that the anger might be trapped in your heart or your chest area in general. But yeah, let's try to get some advice. But again, remember, this is a process, especially if it's deeply buried. But it's like Spirit is calling on you to do some work to release this, and yeah, unblock that heart chakra and love yourself. You have safety. Okay, so make sure you are in a safe place to heal. Sometimes, like I was saying, when we have anger we're dealing with internally, it can manifest as punishing ourselves by putting ourselves in unsafe situations or hurting ourselves in some way, or being around dangerous people, or yeah, just being in dangerous situations, or just attracting a lot of this conflict and negativity and oftentimes danger. Okay, for some of you this conflict might be more recent, and this is just like, focus on your safety. You can't heal unless you're in an actual safe space. So get to the point where, you know, your heart is open enough to yourself to give yourself enough love to let yourself be safe and stop hurting yourself. You need to find safe people, and more importantly, a safe place within your own heart. You need to feel safe in who you are before you can even begin this healing process. Anger is an explosive, difficult emotion to heal, and letting it out is Guys, my camera just cut out while I was in the middle of talking, and I actually finished the whole reading before I realized what had happened. So I want to go back and stop, just finish up this advice portion, because I think that's where it cut off. So yeah, I really need like a new camera setup because this keeps happening. But like, I feel like this happened like right around when I was pulling this relax card. Okay, so I do feel like some of you, especially because the safety card came up, there is like a sense where you don't feel safe. So there's a level of hypervigilance to the way you interact with the world and the people around you. So like, even if you're in a physically safe place, inside in your heart and in your head, you're not feeling safe, and you're like always scanning your environment for threats and over anxious, and maybe even have trouble sleeping, this type of thing. And yeah, this is like one of the things where Spirit's asking you to really make sure you're in a safe place around safe people if it's possible, so you can actually finally let this emotion out. Because once you let this emotion out, you will feel free. But like I said, you're gonna like be like stealing your power back from whatever took it from you in the first place, whoever took it from you, whatever situation it was. And that's what's going to allow you to relax. And oh, this was happening the first time I recorded this. I started getting hiccups. Okay, so some of you have a lot of tension in your chest. You might have heart problems or breathing problems. There it is again. Like, just like I'm having chest spasms all of a sudden. So some of you, like, this anger is like trapped in your heart, particularly. Your heart chakra is blocked, like energetically, like there's a lot of pain trapped in there. But Yeah, so some of you feel like you can't relax because you don't feel like you have any control over your environment. And if you don't like control it, then you're going to get hurt again. You're going to have another one of these deep wounds. So you're always like trying to control and make sure you're safe. So that's why it's very, very important that you are in a physically safe environment so you can finally let this anger out. It just needs to come out. Like, for some of you, this is so important. It's affecting your entire life. It's affecting your physical health, and that's why it's coming up here. I don't know if this is a message you've heard from Spirit before, but if it is, then this is just them like prodding you. Please work on healing this. Please get to a safe environment where you can finally release the emotion, relax, and feel safe. For some of you, I'm called to say feel safe for once. Like, you've never felt safe in your life, like not for a very long time. So I'm sorry for those of you that have felt that way, but that's why you need to heal this emotion so you can finally feel strong and powerful and, well, not hurt yourself either. Some of you, like I said, are turning this in on yourself and are hurting yourself, even intentionally putting yourself in dangerous situations that just perpetuate this anger and pain that's been turned inwards towards you. So the first time I recorded this, when this friends card came up, I did put the disclaimer that I know some people don't have this. Some people are totally isolated. They don't have people they're close to. They don't have friends or family. So obviously this card is not for everybody. And if you don't have people you're close to, people you can turn to, just at least make sure that you are not around dangerous people, right? Get yourself in a safe environment, because you can't heal unless you are in a safe environment. But I feel like the majority of people, you do have friends you can turn to, you have family members, you have people that care about you. Use them in this healing process. If you have that, then use them. Allow them to be your safety net. Allow them to provide that safe environment. Let them know what's going on. Let them be that support for you while you heal all of this pain. And I'm going to end your reading here, group 4. I hope this was helpful. I hope it resonated. If it did, please like this video and leave a comment below for me. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I look forward to seeing you in another reading. Bye! Group 5, and welcome. You guys chose this little orangey yellow leaf. I wish I could tell you which type of leaf it is, but I am not really good at plant identification. So today we're asking Spirit, what is it that you need to let go of? What is it time to release? And then we're going to pull some advice from Spirit to like kind of help you with the releasing process, because it's always easier said than done. And we're also going to be looking at what energy is coming in once you are able to release this, to provide hope and motivation for the process. So let's get started. Spirit, group 5. What is it that group 5 needs to release? What does group 5 need to release? Okay, so we do have the Queen of Coins coming out first here. Queen of Coins, Queen of Pentacles. Spirit, what does group 5 need to release? Okay, so we have the Queen of Coins, the Six of Wands, and the Eight of Cups. This might be related to a person or a family member more particularly. Spirit, can we get some clarification on each of these cards, please? Spirit, can we clarify the Queen of Coins? Please clarify the Queen of Coins for group 5. The Ten of Swords. Yeah, like a person that hurt you. Spirit, please clarify the Six of Wands. Spirit, please clarify the Six of Wands for group 5. We have the Devil and the Hanged Man reversed. Okay, so Spirit, please clarify the Eight of Cups. So, sorry, there is a card that fell out of one of my other decks while I was grabbing this one, and I feel like it's relevant, so I'm gonna grab it. We have the Sun. Okay, that's interesting. I do feel like this is a self-confidence issue of some sort. So I don't know if you were maybe attracted to group 3 as well, because we definitely dived into self-confidence issues in group 3, but this is a little different. This is like related to a person, someone that hurt you. I want to say for a lot of you, like your mother. Like your mother tore down your self-confidence, which makes it very different from group 3. Group 3 was like a relationship that hurt your self-confidence, but even if yours is a relationship here, I can see how that applies. I just get like a family member or an older woman of some sort, like causing some sort of wound to your confidence and the way you see yourself, like not allowing you to have pride in yourself and who you are, almost not feeling like a person, feeling, yeah, just causing like a lot of uncertainty in life. Like I do feel for a lot of you this was a mother or a parent of some sort, with the Queen of Coins and the Ten of Cups here especially. But I mean, take it as it resonates. I feel like you'll know what person I'm talking about here, okay? This is like uncertainty in who you are, like not really connecting to, it's almost like not feeling like a person at all, like existing for other people, like existing. Yeah, this Hanged Man, it's like Hanged Man reverse. It's like not ever being able to make any decision ever, not really ever being able to be rewarded or receive appreciation or celebration for anything you did. It's almost like never being noticed. Like, yeah, group 3, it was like a wound to self-confidence because a sudden situation happened and like it made them start questioning who they were. This is like having no self-confidence because it's almost like you feel invisible and no one's ever like noticed you. Like you've never felt the Six of Wands energy, and you deeply crave it. You deeply crave appreciation and validation and be celebrated. Like, I don't know, I'm being called to say that like your birthday was never celebrated. Maybe never as a kid or as an adult or something. And yeah, whoever this person is, and I am getting mother vibes for some of you, but it's like, you know, this person is bad or making you feel this way in some way, and like you need to walk away from this person, but instead you're like sitting here doing this dance trying to please them, and nothing you do ever, they never approve of it. It's never good enough. You're never thanked. You're never appreciated. You're never rewarded for it, and it's making you feel like you're kind of worthless as a person, like you're basically dirt. Like no matter what you do to give to this person, it's just not good enough, and they never approve, they never recognize, and it's just like ouch to everything that I am. I don't even feel like a person because I'm not even seen as a person. I'm seen as this thing that's meant to give to this person, and even though that's all I do is give to this person, they still don't see me, so I'm basically nothing. wow, okay. Sorry guys, I need to take a breath for a minute here. This is intense. Some of these readings for this whole, like, a lot of these groups have been like just ouch. Ouch. I feel so much empathy for, like, what you're going through here. This is, wow, that's a tough situation. It's almost like with the devil showing up here too, it's like almost an addictive behavior pattern to be seeking validation and approval and recognition and celebration. So some of you might even be like workaholics to some degree, or just like just all sorts of things, like achieving too much to get approval and not getting it. Or it might be the reverse for some of you, like not bothering to try to achieve because you're never going to get approval. But it's just like this addiction or inside of your mind to seek this out among other people or from other people. And I feel like it stems from this person, or maybe it's still all going to this one person, this mother figure, or whoever it could be. It could even be someone you're in a relationship with. It could be like a friend or a work colleague or a boss or whatever it is. It could even be manifesting among many different relationships that you're dealing with here. And maybe some of them you have walked away from, but I do feel like for most of you, this is like, you know, you should, on at least some level, you know that you should, but you're still just doing this dance and trying to get this approval from them. It's like you need to let go of that need to find validation and approval from outside of yourself and find it from within. And that's like the most generic fucking advice I feel like I can give you, because yeah, that just doesn't feel good enough to say, but that's like what Spirit's wanting to bring to your attention here. But I feel like I was saying, this feels like you almost, like, some of you, it's like you never properly developed an identity. So when people say that to you, it's like, okay, well, what the fuck? Okay, I'll just, like, be me. But, like, all of you has gone to, like, giving to other people or helping other people in this desire to be approved or appreciated. And so you never, like, really properly got to know yourself. And so I guess what you need to let go of here is this need for approval. But, like, this feels so intense for some of you. I don't want to just, like, leave it at that. But honestly, I feel like this card flew out because this is, like, advice. This is the qualities you need to embrace or learn how to have. This sun. It's like bright Leo, confident, solar plexus, yellow energy. It's, you need to learn who you are. But yeah, so let's move on with this reading to the next phase, and then I'll move on to advice. And I feel like when we get to the advice portion, it'll help, like, give you some practical steps on fixing this, because this is like deep painful wounds, you guys, with this Ten of Swords here. This is serious. But yeah, so the next phase of the reading, we're looking into what's going to come in once you're able to release this energy. What's going to be able to come into your life. Spirit, one second, let me check my camera. It keeps shutting off. Okay, we're good. All right, Spirit, for my group 4, what is going to come into their life once they're able to release this energy? The 5 of Swords. Spirit, what energy is going to come in once group 4 is able to release this? What's coming in for them? The Ace of Pentacles. That's what we want to see. Spirit, what is coming in for group 4? We have the King of Cups. Spirit, one more card, please. What is coming in for group 4? Five of Wands. That card is liking to come out today, but whew, there's been some heavy energy in these groups. I don't know what it is with people that find my little channel and my videos, but I feel so much for you. You guys need some major healing. So what's coming in for you? We have 2 5s here. This is like major change, major shift in your life. And obviously, like, for you to like develop your identity and connect to who you are, for a lot of you, for like the first time for a lot of you, finally connect with who you are and what you love. And for some reason I'm starting to cry here, like finally getting to be you. Like the 2 5s here, this is like massive change. Your life is going to massively transform in a way that's going to bring you like a constant stream of blessings. Like you've been giving so much. You've been giving so much, and it's finally going to be given back to you. And obviously not by the same people that have been like suppressing you and using you and not giving you appreciation back, but like, yeah, once you let go of this energy, it's like there's so many blessings just like waiting and lined up for you to just like totally transform your life. Okay, this is getting rid of this feeling of being constantly defeated and feeling like nothing. This is going away. This battle you have inside yourself to like need appreciation and validation, it's gonna go away. These 5s are change. These 5s are massive change towards blessings and fairness. Like finally getting the blessings and fairness that you deserve and need. And this King of Cups, I feel like for a lot of you, is an actual person. You're going to have a person that's protective and caring and fair and super giving and generous and like just celebrating you. Finally like appreciating everything you do, actually seeing everything and finally seeing who you are. But in order for like this to come in, this energy, another person to see that, you have to see that in yourself first. You have to see who you are before other people can see it, because you can't radiate your light and who you actually are unless you own it in yourself, unless you be your own like sun. You radiate your own light. But once you start doing that, we're gonna have people that are finally going to see you and who you actually are. And I'm sorry I'm crying. It might just be the collective energy of all 5 of these groups. It's some heavy stuff you guys are dealing with. But yeah, I want to move on to the advice portion of this reading now, so Spirit can give us something practical. Another card just fell down. I don't know what's up with your group. So yeah, this is Ten of Cups. Which way does this go, Spirit? Upright. 10 of Cups. Like, if you don't know tarot, this card is probably my favorite card to see. One of them in the whole deck. This is divine love. This is bliss. This is alignment. This is family. This is total and complete emotional fulfillment. This is wish fulfillment, is what most tarot readers call this. But for you guys, this is more than wish fulfillment. This is like finally being seen. This is finally feeling love, finally receiving love. Everything your soul's been searching for, you're finally going to get it. You just need to embrace that you are a person. You are a person who deserves love and appreciation, and you don't have to work so hard for it. You don't have to give so much for it. But yeah, like I said, let's move on to the advice portion so we can get some practical steps on this. Practical steps. Let me check my camera again because it's being flaky, but looks good. Okay. Spirit, what practical advice do we have for group 5? What practical advice do we have for group 5? Stand up. Spirit, what practical advice? What practical advice do we have for group 5? What other messages? What do you want to tell group 5? Sorry guys, I have like over 200 cards in this deck, so in very intense readings like this, Spirit gets so picky about the advice because you guys need like clear messages, so it might take a minute to get the cards out right. Spirit, what advice do we have for group 5 here? So with stand up, I'm reading that as stand up for yourself. Okay? I know, easier said than done. Spirit, which one of these cards? Actually, I think it's like all of them. Okay, so stand up is like stand up for yourself, okay? Like, honestly, like, people that want to use you or just want you to keep doing stuff for them but don't give you appreciation in return, that's just like, it's straight up bully behavior. They're just bullying you. Okay, this is like stand up for yourself. Okay, you are a person. You absolutely deserve appreciation and respect. Set boundaries where they need to be set. Don't let people keep taking advantage of you. If people are not appreciating you, then walk away. Okay, just like, you deserve that for yourself. It's like, just walk away from people that are treating you that way. And I feel like that's what I said when this 8 of Cups first came up. It's like a lot of you know you need to be doing this, but you're not acting on it. Okay, you need to listen to that intuition that keeps coming up and actually walk away when you need to. Passion. Passion is connecting to yourself. This is you. What you're passionate about is what your soul is passionate about. What you're passionate about is, it's your expression. It's you. It's what you're missing right now. It's what connects you to who you are. That this is exactly what you need to do. Maybe some of you are so lost you don't even know what you're passionate about anymore. And if that's the case, then you need to like take a lot of time by yourself and soul search and just like explore. Just only do things that feel good. Only do things that feel fun. Stop working so much for other people and reconnect with and find out who you actually are, because that's everything you need to do, is be you. Just be you. An exercise is generic advice here. I'm not sure this card meant to come out. So if this resonates, like you're not like actually physically taking care of your body, then obviously do that. That just sounds like too generic of advice for some of you. So I want to pull like an actual card from Spirit here. What's one last card of advice for my group 5s, please, Spirit? And I know this is a long reading, but it's just intense. I feel like it's important though. Assert yourself, okay? Yeah, so obviously passion is like the biggest thing here. Connect to who you are, but you can't do that until you are standing up for yourself and asserting yourself, okay? It's time to, like, you know, say no. It's time to start saying no. It's time to start realizing that if you keep going down the same path and not being appreciated, it's just going to continue. But it's not a reflection of who you are. It's not that you're not doing good enough. It's that these people are not treating you right and they are making you feel like dirt. They are making you feel like nothing, but it's not true. You are a person, you have worth, you have value, you have extreme value, and you will find it again by reconnecting to what you're passionate about. I'm going to end your reading right here, group 5. Please take care of yourself. Your guides love you. The universe loves you. Please remember that. If this resonated, please give this video a thumbs up. I'd love to know if it was helpful in the comments below. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I look forward to seeing you in another reading. Bye!